Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Collins from Collins on the Rocks. I hope you guys were having a great week. We are on our new day on Friday. Editing, Collins here. This is actually coming out on Saturday because of technical difficulties. Okay, back to your normally scheduled Collins on the Rocks podcast. I'm so happy you guys are joining me on our new day. Let me know in the comments if you like Fridays as our new day. It just helps me get a couple things done during the week, and I don't have to worry about Tuesday night editing when I have to work the next day, usually early on Wednesdays. So you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/CollinsOnTheRocks. You can find us on Instagram at CollinsOnTheRocks. And you can email us, collinsontherockspodcast@gmail.com. Guys, this week we're talking about lady bosses, and I had the pleasure of interviewing one of the coolest lady bosses I know, named Jenna. She's a model. I'll link her Instagram below. She is so cool. Like, seriously, one of the coolest people that I know. Super down to earth, super relatable, and I hope you guys enjoy the conversation that we have together. Side note, I am in Facebook jail. So, please do your best to share, comment, like, subscribe, do all the things, because I literally cannot get into Facebook. I can tell you more into it, but I don't want this podcast to be too long. So sit back, buckle in, enjoy the ride, and let's meet Jenna. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. Oh my goodness, it's so good to get you on the phone.
Oh my gosh, I know. It feels like it's been forever.
Girl, you have been like going. I'm like super impressed by everything you're doing.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Oh my goodness.
It's really just all for Instagram. Really, right now I'm just like hiding in the corner eating my feelings.
So what would you like the Collins on the Rocks podcast family to call you?
Peanut butter Jenny, Jenna Swag, JJ Bear.
I'm into it.
Jennalicious.
all of the above.
All of the above. It's fine.
So tell our listeners just what you do.
Sure.
Why you're such a lady boss, because this episode is about being a lady boss, and you come to mind when I think of people who are just going out there, chasing their dreams, you know, kicking ass.
Aw, you're so sweet. Oh my gosh. So as my day job, I just work with children, but on the extra time I have on the weekends and throughout the week, I go and I model for Zulily, and
just casual Zulily, you know.
Well, it's so funny because, you know, you hear people talk about, like, oh, you're just an Instagram model, but it's like, it's social media, and actually the reason I'm working for Zulily is because a talent agent or talent booker contacted me through my modeling Instagram.
Wow.
And she messaged me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is too good to be true. Am I being scammed? What's happening? If I meet up with these people, am I gonna be alive?
Yeah.
I don't know. But it was legit. And before that, I was just modeling for fun through Instagram, meeting photographers on the weekends or whenever I could squeeze in. Before I lived in Seattle, I would catch the ferry boat for a couple hours in Seattle and do a photo shoot. And now I have the pleasure to work with Zulily.
So what inspired you to be a model? I mean, I'm just going to refer to you as a model. I mean, if you don't feel like one, sorry, you're a badass up-and-coming model. But yeah, what got you to start modeling?
So really, kind of after high school, I grew up with a couple neighbors that had photo shoots going on a website for their family photography, and so I would model for them sometimes, and that was just like, oh yeah, this is a fun thing to do once in a while. And then last year, around the end of July, I had a family friend of mine that I grew up with, and we've known each other since we were probably like 5 years old, and she's like, hey, I know this dress designer, and I think he would be great. Would you want to come model for us? And I was like, oh yeah. At the time, I didn't have a job. I just quit Starbucks after working there for like 5 years. And
Yeah.
so I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And it turns out the dress designer, she'd actually designed a couple dresses that models that have worn her dresses from America's Next Top Model. And I
Oh,
was like,
no big deal.
whoa, what the heck? And I just show up in her beautiful house, just like, you know, in Kitsap. I never knew who she was before, but I tried on these dresses that were just beautiful, that she had all handmade, and they just did a little photo shoot with me. And afterwards, my friend convinced me to start an Instagram, and I was like, okay, yeah, I could like see doing this, wearing people's fancy clothes. Like, why the heck not? Like, sign me up.
Yeah.
So I started doing it, and then, you know, my boyfriend lived in Seattle at the time, and I lived in Kitsap, and so I would just like go see him on the weekends, and then I would do a photo shoot here and there, and people would contact me through Instagram, and I was like, wow, this is really cool. I guess I'll keep doing it. So here I am now, after just continuing to follow through with something, which is something I've never done, following through with something for longer than 2 months. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, what is happening? What is life?
Oh my gosh. So you don't like have a modeling agency or like a manager?
I've thought about doing it, and I'm actually in the process. Again, before I was a little intimidated by some agencies because I had met a few in the past, and it just seems so fake. I don't know. I just got a bad vibe, and it's like modeling. I don't know. It's just, I don't want to have my soul sucked out of me to be like this perfect image for an agency when I can just do it myself. And if along the way I find an agency that is super cool, like Zulily, every single person is so genuine, every person is different and curvy and skinny and short and tall, they're all different, unique model, and I want to find an agency that's not like, oh, you have to be a size 2 in like a perfect way and give me crap for if I come in one day with a zit on my face. Like, I just want to be a normal average model that just like shoots for people's clothes or whatever. So along the way, if I happen to find someone or a manager that can help me with that, that's just a real person and not like, I don't know, I just want something normal and genuine. So
yeah, that's beautiful. So what do you want to do with modeling? Where do you want it to take you?
Well, I honestly, something I've always wanted to try is doing runway, because I just love I don't know, I love meeting people. I love hearing their stories on how it all began. That's part of the reason I love meeting photographers. It's just, I'm meeting someone that's like coming from Brazil next month. I've met people that are just from Georgia and New York, and I've just met every single different person, and people from Thailand, and it's just cool to hear their story and how they began and watch their work. And I just want to wear people's art. I just want to meet people and make those connections, because it's just been a blast. So
wow,
I don't have like a certain goal. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty beautiful. I mean, I love your posts because your captions are always so witty. Can you tell us how you come up with your captions?
Honestly, I just put stuff out there that I want to relate to, and as much as I love, of course, like stalking all the beautiful beauty gurus and YouTubers that have just like the perfect picture and like a simple quote or something, like sometimes I get bored of that, and I'm like, and that's not who I am. I wish I was like simple and perfect, but I'm really just actually dorky, and I just want people just like laugh with me, because no one's perfect, and I'm not gonna portray myself as a perfect model, because that's not my real life. I like wipe the boogers off my arm during the day from filters, so it's like, I don't want to be just like a simple, easy related, I don't know, person. I want to be unique and quirky.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, and clearly Zulily loves it. The pictures, I'll link them down below if that's okay.
Oh, yeah,
but
thank you.
They're really gorgeous, and it makes me want to shop at Zulily. I've never purchased anything from Zulily before, so
Right, and it's like I heard of them, and like top secret between you and me is that I never shopped from them.
Oh.
So as soon as I heard from them, I was like, "Oh, Zuna, yeah, girl, like I love your stuff,
Yeah.
awesome."
Yeah.
Like I knew of it, but I tried to steer away from online shopping anyway because that's a dangerous hole to go down.
They also have like a really big online presence. Like I feel like I see their ads a lot on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what was like the feeling when you saw yourself on their website?
So honestly, they told me I was going to be on it, and I just forgot. And honestly, I didn't even start using because I get store credit with them as well as the photos and all of that. And so I was like, oh, I want to buy something for like my boyfriend and my old roommate because they had done so much for me. And I was like, oh, I guess I should buy like something for myself too. And so I just casually went on it, and I was like, oh my god, those are my legs and that's my face, and oh my god, that's really weird. So kind of stepped out of my body for a second and looked at myself and was like, holy god, what is life right now?
Yeah.
And I still, like, I went on there, and my friends went and, like, creeped all through Zulily and found, like, some of my old pictures I did, too, because I did a maternity shoot when my first shoot I did with them, and they found pictures of that. They're like, look, Jenna, it's you. I'm like, oh, my God, this is so weird.
Oh, my God. That's so funny.
So weird.
Oh, my gosh. So, wait, you said you did a maternity shoot?
Yes. So that's actually how most of the models... the shoots they do, it's kind of like a warm-up, like get to know you, like let's do the most awkward thing to this model to see how she does. And they actually, so I wore a fake belly, a fake bump, and that was, I feel like, not equal to being pregnant. Obviously I wouldn't know, but like bending over to like fix my pants and put my shoes on, it was it was not an easy task.
Oh my gosh.
And then I walked around because we did a fall shoot outside, and so I was holding my back when we were walking, like playing the character of a pregnant woman because it just felt so weird now. But that's how they started, and they actually loved me, and they were trying to get me to do a bunch of maternity shoots after that because they love me so much. And I was like, this is great, but I also want to model without a belly. And they were like, oh yeah, absolutely, totally understood. But it was just funny to like change my character and just pretend I was this mom on the go with a baby bump. Oh my gosh.
And then you're rocking, I mean, if the storyline continues, now you're rocking your hot bod on the internet.
my after
yeah, you're bod. After, yeah. So what was it like when you got on set? Like, was it just like a rack full of clothes, like makeup artists and hair artists, and like, what was it?
So they're very organized, and every single person I've met with Zulily has been so genuine and so personable and just a delight. And so my talent agent, booker, whatever you call her, just starts me off, greets me whenever I come to do a shoot, and then she brings me to hair and makeup. And so I have this lovely girl do my makeup first and my hair, and then they send me off to the set, and they just kind of go over what's going on for the day. There's a stylist and then a photographer. They have the outfits all lined out, and they just, walk me through it step by step. I'll put on one outfit in the dressing room and then go through the shoot, whether it's studio or outside, and then I take my snack breaks, lunch breaks, or whatever, and just step by step, shoots by shoot, outfit by outfit. And actually my last shoot, the one that I just recently talked about, we went through it so fast that I actually got done like an hour and a half early.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because we were just like going through them, and I told them, I was like, I practice like changing really fast, so if I ever like do a runway show, I'm practicing so I can be super speedy because I know they have to go super fast into the next outfit. So.
Oh my gosh. So what was like? So you've gone on like a couple shoots. So what was like the one outfit that you wanted to just take home with you?
Honestly, all of the fall coats I've been modeling have been like, I want to steal all of them. There's this one I just posted on my Facebook, like a bunch of the pictures, and there was this giant fuzzy gray and white fluffy hoodie, and I can't remember if it's wool or not, or something, but it's just so comfy, and it's like a robe, and it has just like a giant hood, so it's almost like I feel like I'm wearing a onesie, and it looks so elegant, but it's also so comfy, and I could sit on the couch and watch Netflix hiding in it.
Oh.
But honestly, every single coat, I'm like, okay, so I need this, so bye.
Oh my goodness. So, are you also like an introvert where like you recharge by watching Netflix and like chilling inside and hanging out?
Yeah, usually by the end of the day, I love people and I love talking to everyone, and I try and greet my roommates when I come home and her kids, and for a little bit, so I don't feel, I don't know, I just feel rude if I just run away to my basement and my bedroom. But as soon as I get home, it's actually, I mean, I guess, yeah, it's the best of both worlds, because I grab my tablet and I just watch all of my YouTubers. It's usually YouTube over Netflix. Like, that's where I've been. I go through my phases where I'll be watching Netflix, but right now I'm just like, all of my YouTubers, I catch up with them every single day.
What YouTubers do you watch?
Well, obviously, like the OGs, like Shane Dawson, Jenna Marbles, her boyfriend, their podcasts, like Ricky Dillon, oh geez, just, sometimes I'll watch, like, Bougie, Tana Mojo.
Oh, yeah.
Lease Bug, oh geez. Sometimes I'll watch, like, David vlogs.
Yeah.
I'll watch, like, Zoella. I try and watch a little bit of everything. I love, Colleen Ballinger, and I was sad I missed her show that she was here the other day.
Me too. I saw that she was coming here, and I was like, okay, I need to put that on the calendar, and then, you know, time escapes you, and then you're like, oh, she's in Seattle. Dang it.
Yeah, super bummed. They had sold out tickets, and I had them text me if there were tickets available, and there were 2 available, and I was trying to get my little sister to go, and she couldn't, and I didn't want to go alone, and it was really last minute, and I was like, crap, I should have just, like, posted on Facebook to try and get someone to go with me. Heck, I should have just gone with you.
Yeah, you should have. I'm so disappointed.
And now she's pregnant, and
I know.
God, is she ever going to do a show again? I don't know.
Oh, my God. Who knows?
That's so cool.
But,
yeah.
All right. So something that I like to do on the podcast is talk about kind of your, you know, confession. I don't know if you want to use this platform. We don't have to use it or whatever, but anything that you want to confess to the world about anything you've done, whether it be, you know, not plunging a toilet and blaming it on someone else, or decaffing a rude customer.
Oh gosh, what do I need to confess? I feel like everything I do, I try to be really open about. Anything that I'm just like super dorky, like I immediately like post on Facebook about something. Just like yesterday, Zulily, I was at my lunch break sitting by myself. It was like I was in high school again, and I was eating my food, and then I don't know what, but out of nowhere, my food just like falls out of my mouth. And I just like make direct eye contact with the guy in front of me, and I'm just like, hey, my name's Jenna, I'm a model, and I spit my food out randomly. I don't know why.
Oh my gosh.
Oh geez.
I love it.
I can't I think of my confessions. I mean, I bite my nails when I drive, and I like let go of the nail out my car window, and I'm like, goodbye. I wish you luck on your new adventure.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I'll tell you one, and it's not even that funny. None of these are funny. I can't think of anything that clever, but I was talking to my friend about like when I get drunk. Can I talk about that?
Yeah. This is a podcast called Collins on the Rocks. I mean,
okay.
I've had a glass of wine already, so.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. Well, usually when I'm drunk, I don't know why I do this, but every time I go to the bathroom, and I'll just like stare at myself in the mirror, and I'll just like smile, and I'll laugh, and I'm like, you are so drunk. And I'll just like, laugh at myself in the mirror, because I'm a weirdo.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
But I have to do it every time, because like I want to see how dumb I look right now, because I always get this stupid little little grin on my face. Like, I don't know. I can't. Like, I'm a little sloth. There's just, like, pooping forever. I don't know.
That's so great. You know what's funny is the last time I was super drunk, I just, like, stared in the mirror and I heard someone, like, pounding on the door. And, yeah, because, like, when you drink, like, downtown Paulsville, like, there's just, like, you know, only one bathroom and someone was, like, pounding on the door. And so I was just like, I'm taking a purposely long time to reapply my makeup and look at my hair. And I realized I was applying, like, liquid eyeliner on my lips. And I was like, that's the level of drunk I am right now.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
God, no.
Yeah,
I'm
but
so
then I was
sorry.
like, wow, that's karma for me because, like, I was trying to show her and I was using, I'm so drunk I didn't know that I was using liquid eyeliner on my lips.
Oh, it's okay. You know, it's fine. It's like the new fashion statement. Just like
Right. Super drying, but
it's beautiful. Just focus on your luscious lips. And
yeah,
it's
perfect.
fine.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I know it's like a little short, cute little interview, but I just want to tell you that you're a freaking awesome lady boss, and thank you for chasing your dreams because that's something I can't do. I'm terrible in front of a camera. I like, oh, there's camera. I'm gonna have the most awkward face. So.
No, all the pictures that you've had done are so beautiful.
Oh my
Stop telling
gosh.
yourself that.
Oh
Go
my
drink a little
gosh.
more wine and smile at yourself in the mirror. It's fine.
Perfect. Everyone out there, go smile at yourself in the mirror after you've drank a whole bunch.
Hashtag self-love, okay?
Hashtag self-love. I'm into it. All right. And
Okay?
all right. So where can everyone follow you on Instagram?
Okay, well, if you want to follow all my modeling pictures and all my awkward life, follow me at peanut_butter_Jenny. Peanut butter Jenny.
Peanut butter Jenny. Okay.
Peanut butter Jenny time. Follow me there, and you'll see all of my modeling photos and my quirky, weird captions.
Perfect.
Yay!
Awesome.
Oh, gosh.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me to have this wonderful conversation.
All right. Well, you are freaking awesome, and have a wonderful night.
You too. You too.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Wasn't she freaking awesome? Gosh, I enjoy her, and I hope you guys enjoy kind of the new format of how we're doing interviews. Remember, you can find us on Facebook, facebook.com/CollinsOnTheRocks. You can find us on Instagram at CollinsOnTheRocks, and you can email us, CollinsOnTheRocksPodcast@gmail.com. As always, be kind to each other. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really can't do any of this without you, and I appreciate all of you so much. This has been Collins. Let's have a drink. Cheers. Also, what do you guys think about merch?